Hey guys, what's up? So I'm here for the weekly update. The weekly update of what's going on with my life journey that I am journaling online for y'all. So let's get into it. Nothing but to do it. That's my motto. Last week I said I was going to do the OMAD, 1 meal a day process, and I had to explain what it was about, what I was going to do, how I was so motivated and all. I was hyped and ready to go. Okay, this week is a whole nother story. I'm going to be transparent with you, and I'm going to be serious and for real. So, for this life journey, I have switched it up. This is going to be my last time switching it up for real, because this time I found something that really, really works. I'm still doing intermittent fasting, but I'm not doing OMAD. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not doing OMAD. I'm not doing OMAD just because it does not fit in my lifestyle. The type of person I am, I'm a social butterfly. All my social butterflies know when you're social, you constantly go in places that have food, you have drinks, and to continue to say no, your people, your fans, your friends is gonna be like, you know what, we're not gonna invite her no more. She's not feeling as much as she used to be. So I was like, I can't do that to myself. I'm a social butterfly. I have to be out here spreading my wings, flapping and flying. Okay, you feel me? All my social butterflies know we are always the party, the life. We are always the fun. We find the funny things out of life and make everybody laugh. Okay, me being an angry person because I was hungry and sitting there watching everybody smelling, looking, seeing, and I was like, I can't have it. Girl, boy, I had a whole nother personality, and I was like, I don't like it. I know they don't like it, so let me get my life together. So therefore, I did some research, and I was like, hey, I want to do intermittent fasting because it has so many great benefits, but I have to pick the right one. So, long story short, I did some research. I did have a relapse because when I was doing the OMAD, when I came on here, I was so happy and joyful. I was good. That was the 4th day. By the 5th day came after I cut off the camera. I was like, you know what, your girl, okay, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. By the 6th day, I had relapsed, and on that Saturday, I was eating everything that I have been just denying myself of, depriving myself of, and I gained a pound and a half back. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I just went into worry mode, like, oh my God, I'm telling these people I'm gonna journal this, and we're gonna try to get to 185, and I mean, because I'm already 5'6", and I'm 215, 214, 13, whatever. I don't want to go up higher scale. I already look like I'm kind of slim, thick, but I don't want to look like skinny, slim, like sick. I don't want that. I want to still be healthy. Anywho, I'm off task. So anyway, I went into gluttony mode, and I hate everything that I've been depriving myself of. And the next thing you know, I was on the couch, I was crying. I was like, what are you doing? You get your life together. Yes, that's how I talk to myself when things go south. So I did some research. There's a bunch and tons of information on bunch of information on Yahoo, Google, YouTube, and the library. I don't know if people know about the library anymore. Go to your local library. They have all and everything, the resources that you need. So I did a lot of research, and I figured out what I want. I had till Sunday because I was going to start track over. Sunday came, I decided I'm still doing intermittent fasting, but guess what intermittent fasting that I'm doing? I'm doing the warrior diet. The warrior diet is that you fast for 20 hours and you have a 4-hour window to eat. So I was like, this works for me because most of my social time is not until after 5. It gets cut off at 10. I don't like to eat no later than 9. So this is cool. This is going to work for me. So let me run down how many different ones they have, and then I'm going to jump into the one I'm doing, and I'm going to give you some tricks and tips on what's going on. So they have the 5-2, which means you eat for 5 days, you fast for 2 days. They have the 16-8. The 16-8 is you fast for 16 hours, you get an 8-hour window to eat. They have the warrior diet, which is the 20 4. You fast for 20 hours, you eat for 4 hours. Then they have the old man, which is you fast for 23 hours, you eat one day. Then you have the people that go on the tangent and just be off on random. They do the 3 days, which is healthy. They don't want you to go past 72 hours. Then you have the people that are doing the 7 days, the 20 days, and so forth out. If you're starting and you're a beginner like me, you want to do your research. If you're a social butterfly, you want to pick something that's going to fit in your lifestyle. OMAD did not fit in my lifestyle. That's why I omitted it out. So if you go watch that video and you're watching this video, you're like, what's going on? I'm explaining to you. It didn't fit in my social time. It didn't fit in my lifestyle. So therefore, I had to pick something that had a longer window range, because the way my stomach's set up, I can't eat one meal in an hour, because I am neglecting myself and I'm not being able to eat, and I'm depriving myself of what I want. And then when I do have a relapse, I'm being gluttony. Look that word up. It just means you're overeating, you're indulging in stuff that you don't need. And that's what I found myself doing. And I was like, oh my God, this is not a relapse. This is a relapse. Listen, my name, and I have relapsed because I have a food addiction. So I'm just like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be in front of the camera saying that. So I was like, I have to find something that fits in my lifestyle. Now, if you're a beginner and you're starting the journey, I will provide you to do the 16-8, because half of the time, 8 hours, you are asleep when you're fasting, and the other half, you're up, you're doing stuff. You really need to miss out on meal. Like, you don't have to have breakfast, or whatever situation is, what time you want to do. If you want to skip lunch, dinner, whatever situation, like during the evening time or the late or early mornings, it's up to you. 16 hours, and then you have an 8-hour window. Now, if you do that one, you need to count calories, you need to be moving every day, 30 minutes of exercise, and you need to be consistent in order to see results, because the results are not going to fall off in 2 or 3 days, because you're giving yourself a bigger, wider opening to eat, okay? And therefore, you feel like you can eat through in a whole day. Really, you don't. You just probably eat 2 meals pretty much, and you don't snack throughout. And your water is your snack. Your water is everything that you wish and you want and hope for. So if you do that and you're trying to get into intermittent fasting, I will tell you need to start with the 16-8, because I did a lot of research. But if you got a little more mind control and you can do a little more, I will do the warrior diet, 24. So let's jump into why I'm doing the 24. The 24 works for me because a lot of my social hour is after hours after work. I feel like I do not need to be eating during work hours, because I work 9 to 5. So I don't want to eat during that time. I just bring my water to work. Y'all always see my water bottle I always bring. And that's it. I don't buy food at work because we have to purchase everything, and then we have carry-ins, and I'm funny and I don't like eating people's food, and I'm trying to cut back on things that I really don't need, like chips and cakes and pies and all that good stuff. We're not gonna go down the list. So I was like, I don't need it. Most of the time when we have carry-ins, people bring junk in. I don't need it. I don't want it. So it works out for me. Now, what I'm going to tell you, some things that I do use that help me out is MyFitnessPal. I track the calories because I have a 4-hour window. So if I do eat something, like if I decide to make something healthy and it's a nice size portion and I don't eat it all at once because I want a dessert, I can come back in 2-3 hours and finish up that portion and then have my dessert, and I'm done for the night and I'm full, and I'm not depriving myself of food that I want. Like I had some macaroni one time, and I made sure I measured it out, because I do measure stuff out. And I didn't eat all the macaroni because I had some chicken strips, some baked chicken strips, and I was eating them and I was like, okay, I'm full. But I didn't eat until my stomach was hurting and pain. So then like probably an hour and a half later I came back and finished off my macaroni and I wrapped up my chicken. Cool. Then I had some yogurt with some cinnamon on top. That was my dessert, and I was done. And then the next day I didn't think about eating. I didn't think about food because I had enough protein. I had my carbs. I had everything that I wanted, that I was depriving myself of on that 23 1-hour meal. So you have to pick stuff that's going to fit for you and your lifestyle. That fit for me and work for me. So MyFitnessPal is a good calorie counting. If you also doing keto with it, it's good to show your macros. It breaks down how much protein you're eating, how much sugar. It breaks down a lot. So if you want, use that. I will provide you to use that. Another thing that I'm using is Zero Countdown. I just found that out recently because I was doing a little research, and Zero Countdown is a fasting app. The fasting app is wonderful. I like it. So the time I stopped eating, I click on the button, and they have 3 different settings. You can do customize, which I have to do because I'm doing the 24. They have the 16:8, and I think they have another one on there, but I'm not for sure what the time is. But you download the Zero fasting app. It's really great, so you don't have to keep calculating like 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to keep doing that, because once you click it, it starts your fasting. You should not be putting nothing in your mouth but water, green tea, and you can do lemon water and apple cider vinegar. And what else did I hear about? I read about. I don't remember, but I know you can do water, you can do green tea, oh, and black coffee. But black coffee is just like 1 cup a day. Don't be drinking 6, 7 cups out the day. It's not healthy for you. That's what it was. So anywho, you start your fasting, it counts it down for you, so when it's time for you to eat, it will make a little sound, a buzzer, a flash on your phone. It's great. Now, why I like that app very, very much, because if your phone gets cut off and you cut your phone back on, like it goes dead, you cut it back on, it's still counting down your time that you need to start eating. Cool. It counts it down for you, even if you cut off the app and you go back to it, it's still counting down for you. I do not have my, oh, I lied, I do have my phone. I'm like, I don't have my phone. So let me show you what the app looked like, because it is really cool. And I think if you're trying to do fasting, this is something that you might want to try out. Okay, so hopefully I can see it. See, that's the app right there, and you just download it on your phone. And look, I had started, so mine is customized. So on the weekend, I need to tell you this. On the weekend, I do the 16:8 because, listen, my social life is a little bit different on the weekend. So my Warrior Diet 20 to 4 is between Sunday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday, I do the 16:8. So yesterday I did the 16:8, and today I'm doing the 16:8. So far I have did 12 hours, 23 minutes, and 40 counting down before I am able to finish my 16-hour fasting. Woo woo. And it's a lapping. So this is cool. It's great, and before you know it, I'll be up to my 16 hours. It will post on there, and therefore I'll be able to eat what I want. But eating is a whole nother situation because I'm trying to eat clean and healthy. So yeah, this is the app. So let me go back out so you can see it. You can customize it. You can put your measurements on here. You can put how much water you drunk. Oh, hold on. How much water you drink. You can put that on there. You just click on it, tap it, tell it. And it keeps your history. You can put your history in here. You can put your weight in here. And you can put your measurements in here. And it actually shows you how to measure yourself. Isn't that so cool? So let me go back out and just show you what the app looks like. Oops. Yeah. Yep. And this is what the app looks like. Download it. Great. Easy. Easy peasy. Alright, so that's something that I found out when I looked at a couple videos, and then I was doing some research, and I was like, why not? That's cool. So let's just get into the pros and cons and wrap this video up, because now you know why I changed from OMAD to the Warrior Diet. And if you're a beginner, I will provide you to start with the 16:8 and then shorten your window time for eating if you're trying to go extreme and do like 3 or 4, 7 days without eating. Okay, but the benefits you'll see if you just do 3 days max. You don't have to do all them extra, because we want our body to feel like we're starving, so it taps into our fat zone, and the fat zone start pulling out energy, and it starts taking the fat away from us. So I'm going to tell you things that I'm doing this week, and I'm going to continue to do because I think it's great and it's beneficial. Workout for 30-40 minutes, that's what I'm doing, and I do that during my fasting zone because it's helpful, and once again it's going to tap into that fat deposit, and it's going to start taking it from there, and it's going to use it as energy, and then before you know, I'm going to be melting like a popsicle. Healthy food options. I am trying to eat more green things. I'm going to start my own garden. I'm going to have a video on that. Y'all going to see it. So eat healthy. Cut out the fried. Cut out the processed. Cut out the fast food. Cut out the sugary drinks. I wouldn't say do it all at once, because once again, you're going to deprive yourself of something, and then you're going to have a relapse. We don't want you to have a relapse. So what you want to do is slowly but surely, in the meantime, between time, start cutting out stuff. I started with the pop. I don't drink pop. I don't drink nothing sugary. Then I went from my chips. That was hard because I had 2 relapses on them chips. And then I went and I cut out the candies and the cakes and pies. So I might have one once a month, like a little cupcake or a slice of cake, but I'm not sitting here eating it every day, which I would normally do with some candy, because M&M's, Mr. Goodbar, yeah, whatever. We're not going to go through there. Once again, I'm fasting Sunday through Thursday. The Warrior Diet, 20 hours of fasting for our window for eat, and then Friday, Saturday, I do the 16-8 still, and I'm working out. I'm working out every day. Things you want to consider when you're doing this. That's my list of what I'm doing, and I think it's helping and working, because I will be posting what I lost, so you have to stay to the end. Things you should not do. Do not overeat because you have that window to eat. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to get pies, cakes, hot dogs, pizza. Don't do it, because once again, you have to be at a deficit in order to lose weight. And if you're overeating in that window frame, you're never going to be in a deficit to lose weight. So your body's never going to think it's starving. It's not going to tap into your fat zone to pull and use as energy. Just saying. Think about what I'm saying. I would count calories. I would not just be like, I'm going to eat what I want to eat. Unless you're being health conscious. Now, if you're not being health conscious and you going out and you doing these mega meals and eating this mega burger and mega this and that, then you're not going to lose weight as fast. You're not going to see the results that you want. But I would count calories if I was you. It's not hard. My Fitness Pal, I just said that. Changing time zones. If I was you, I would be consistent. So I'm consistent with the time zones. I'm not going to be like, when I say consistent with time zones, so since I'm doing the Warrior Diet and I want to eat around 5 o'clock or 5:30, I'm not eating at 3 because something's going on, or I'm eating at 2 because something's going on. No, it's normally 5 to 5:30. I only switch it up for 30 minutes and that's it. And I like that because, for instance, if I'm doing something, I forget, oh, I should have started eating at 5, or I should eat my first meal at 5. Okay, here's 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock. It's okay. I can still eat, and I'm not trying to barf down or garf down everything because I only got an hour. No, I have 4 hours, so it's great. It's good. So I wouldn't keep fluctuating that time gap, like 30 minutes, okay, not 2 or 3 hours ahead or 2 or 3 hours later. Then you don't need to do that because your body's never going to get in rhythm. So do not switch your time zones up, big gaps. Snacking around the clock, because if you start the 16-8 or if you're doing the 24 and you know, them some nice gaps to eat, do not be snacking. So say for instance you have some egg whites, some spinach and some cheese and some turkey bacon, and then you gotta eat, and then 30 minutes later you in the kitchen again with a granola bar, or you got a fruit snack bar, you got some oatmeal. Like, that's snacking around the clock. Come on now, don't do it. You're trying to lose weight. That's not healthy for you. Cut it out. And the last thing, and this is for the do's and don'ts, weighing yourself every day. I have a habit of doing it because I have been on a weight loss journey for the past 2 years now, and I have a habit of weighing myself. Now I'm cutting that out because I'm only weighing myself on Fridays. But for y'all guys, I'm weighing myself on Fridays. I'm not going to weigh myself throughout the day because it's not good. It really messes with you emotionally, because you get on the scale one day and you lost 2 pounds. You get on the scale the next day, you are gaining 2 pounds, 3 pounds, then you back down 4 pounds. That's called water weight fluctuation. We don't want that. So I will pick one day out the week to weigh myself. That's it. Don't get back on the scale, because you are going to have so many emotional roller coasters if you do that. And people around you are going to be like, I know you're trying to lose weight and all, but you're a little cuckoo, and I don't have time for that. So just pick one day out the week, weigh yourself. Don't go overboard. Don't trip and all that. So now that was the tips and tricks. I'm going to go into the pros and cons of doing fasting. And it's short. And if you want any more information, leave a message at the bottom, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, or you can always do your own research. Really doesn't matter to me. So a pro for me is body contour. I am losing weight, but I see it in my body contour, meaning that my body is shifting, changing, because the fat is all over our body. If you ever research, fat looks way more bigger than muscle. So you can lose fat in your face, you can lose fat in your arms, you can lose fat in your neck, your wrists, you can lose fat wherever fat is at. And you might won't see the scale fluctuate there really fast, but you can see it in your body contour, because a lot of people are like, you look different, your body's changing. I'm like, thank you. So I might only see 2, 3, 4 pounds on the scale, but other people are seeing a big major change in my body contour. And then I see it when I put clothes on, and I'm like, this used to be a little tight. This is okay. Body contour, that is a pro when it comes to intermittent fasting. You might can't see it on the scale, but you can see it in the way your body is shaped and forming. You know how the girls that want the small waist. If you knew when you was big you had like a small waist, and now that you're losing some weight and your waist getting a little smaller, body contour, baby. Healthy benefits. You can lower your sugar, especially if you're a diabetic. I will talk to a doctor if you have high cholesterol. All these high, everything that should not be and should be normal. It's great to do intermittent fasting because it lowers it. It takes control of it. And you don't have to be a pre-diabetic or whatever. Now, if you're type 1 diabetes, I don't think you should really do this because that is something that is hereditary. That's something in your bloodstream. You was born with it. Type 2 diabetes on a different thing. You ate yourself to that situation and you can revert back to it. So if you have any of these high issues, intermittent fasting can help lower it or get it normal for you. And then mental clarity. When you're not thinking about food, you're constantly thinking about the next step and evolving and making your life a better for yourself and for your family. And since I've been doing intermittent fasting and eating healthy and clean, I have really been motivated to do other things, be more outside, working on projects, just doing the jutsu thing. And I'm like, I like talking to folks. Like, y'all can't talk back to me right now, but I like to get information out. I like to talk in front of the camera. And I know my passion is cooking, so, you know, I like to cook for my family and share my recipes, which I always call them secret recipes, but they're not. So them are some pros for me, and they could be pros for you too if you start intermittent fasting. And you do not need a gym. You do not need to go out and clean your refrigerator out and get all this healthy food. You just have to show willpower that you want to do it. And some cons of it, water weight goes first. A lot of people are like, I've lost this and then I gained some. It's water weight. Water weight goes first. Then the fat, okay? Because your body has to feel like it's starving itself in order to pull and tap into the fat zones. So that's the first thing. That's a con for a lot of people because they're stressed out and they don't know why. But that's the reason why. Difference. You need to know the difference in hunger pain and real pain. Hunger pain is when your stomach do it's because your mind is triggering your body to do that. But you're really not hungry because, to be honest, if you drink some water and you start thinking about other things, that hunger pain go away. So you have to know and differentiate from real pain and fake pain, which is hunger pain and really like I'm starving, starvation. So a lot of people don't understand that. They don't know it. I'll give you the first week trial and error. That's what I did. I didn't record everything, but that was trial and error. Second week, I found out what I needed to do. Third week, I'm here and tell you I put my hand on the book and this is what I'm doing. That's it and that's all. So until next time, I want you to know that I'm here for you. Hopefully you hear from me and I will be showing you an update. And right here, I'm going to show you that I actually lost 2 pounds this week. Even with my failures and my downbringings and my upcomings, I still lost some weight. So next time when we come back here to do our update next week, hopefully I lose 2 to 3 more pounds and boy and girl, we're gonna be on a new journey. So until next time, like, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend, tell all of them to come to my channel and I can go to your channel. We can share some good, great tips and tricks on how intermittent fasting can work for us. Eventually this will blow up and everybody be in like a group session. Until next time, peace, deuces out. Meantime, in between time.